Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that recently came out on Yahoo News, October 22nd, 2020. This young Black couple, both 19 years old, they were sitting in a car together, and the police came up and opened fire on the car. And there were witnesses all around saying that this shooting was completely unprovoked. He unfortunately died. She survived, but she's in the hospital. She is hospitalized. And the two have a child together, both 19, so young. So, yes, I'm nervous. Mayor urge calm as outrage grow over police shooting of unarmed Black couple in Illinois. Now, there were people around that witnessed this. The mayor of Waukegan, Illinois, made an emotional plea for residents to stay calm after police opened fire on a car occupied by an unarmed Black couple, killing one and wounding the other. Mayor Sam Cunningham said he is close personal friends with the grieving families of the couple shot on Tuesday night in Chicago suburbs, prompting outrage and plans for a large protest on Thursday. Relatives identify the couple as 19-year-old Marcellis Stinnette, who was killed, and wow, 19 years old. Man, I remember what it was like when I was 19 years old. It's just unimaginable that somebody would just come up on a car, police, and just open fire on this couple. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, that will come to the surface. And this, in my opinion, was an intentional hit. Okay, so Tafarra Willams, the mother of his baby, was wounded. Lake County coroner Howard Cooper confirmed Stinnette's identity on Thursday and said preliminary autopsy results indicate that he died from injuries due to gunshots. Now, I do notice the mayor, this Sam Cunningham, this is a Black mayor. And, I'm going to go and look at the demographics for Waukegan and see what kind of, what the age range is and what kind of people are living there. This is tough on Waukegan. This is tough on this community, Cunningham said at a news conference on Wednesday. I know these families personally. He said Stinnette was the grandson of Josie Stinnette, a woman he lived across the street from and grew up with. He said he grew up with Williams' mother, Cliffina, and they called her Tina Johnson, Cliftina. Okay. To be able to speak to them about this, yes, it hurts, said an emotional Cunningham, who in 2017 became Waukegan's first African-American mayor. It just doesn't hurt me, the police department. It hurts Waukegan, Illinois. He added, yes, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because there's a lot of uncertainty out there. There's a lot of rumors flying around. I'm nervous for Waukegan. We've seen this play out throughout the country, and it rips through communities, and it takes years to rebuild. Since May 25th, the death of George Floyd, a 46-year-old Black man who died after a Minnesota, we already know about that. They mention that all the time. Waukegan's shooting comes less than a month after no homicide charges were filed in the death of Breonna Taylor. Yes, we know this happens all the time. Believe me, we can go way beyond George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Okay, so Waukegan is just 15 miles south of Kenosha, Wisconsin. a city that erupted in protest and turned violent following the August 23rd police-involved shooting of Jacob Blake, a 26-year-old Black man who was shot multiple times in the back and paralyzed. Johnson's daughter, who is expected to survive bullet wounds to the stomach and hand, told a police officer opened fire on the car she was driving for nothing, and that Stinnette died in the passenger seat next to her. He said, "Mama, they just shot us for nothing." Johnson told ABC station WLS in Chicago, "My daughter said she put her hands up, and if she didn't put her hands up, she said, 'Mama, I would be dead.' That is a shame." Oh, wow. Waukegan Police Department Commander Edgar Navarro said the shooting unfolded just before midnight on Tuesday when an officer went to investigate a suspicious vehicle that fled when he approached. Yeah, after all, we know only Black people are suspicious. Nobody else on this place, just Black people. Navarro said a second officer spotted the car and pulled it over. The officer exited the vehicle, and the vehicle that he was investigating began to reverse towards the officer, Navarro alleged. The officer then pulled out his duty weapon and fired into the vehicle that was reversing. Both occupants were struck. See, I don't believe the police account. I would love, since there were people that witnessed this, I would love to hear what they saw, because these cops, they are notorious for lying. They don't tell the truth about nothing. I don't want to hear the police side. She said the female driver was wounded, but the male passenger was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. No weapons were found in the car. Navarro declined to release the name of the officer involved in the shooting. Okay, so let's say those things were happening. You could not shoot out the tires. You had to use deadly force. He said the officer who initially approached the car and the one who opened fire have each been placed on administrative leave, and that the investigation has been turned over to the Illinois State Police. Okay. Wow. I don't believe the police account. I'm just telling y'all. I listened to it and I'm not fully buying it. Now, one thing I do know, because I have a cousin that lives up in Chicago, they got cameras everywhere. They do. And what's on the body cam video? Because we know cops will tell one story and the body cam video will show something totally different. Can't believe them. I'm sorry. I can't and I won't. He said the video footage from the officer's body cam and squad car dash camera also were turned over to the state police, but he declined to say whether any of the footage captured the shooting. We're also upset. It is something our community, our police department has great concern over, and it is difficult for all of us, Navarro said. Navarro, you're full of crap. We don't need to hear your cookie cutter statement, for real. In a written statement, police officials said that both officers involved in the incident are 5-year veterans of the department. Officials noted that the officer who opened fire on the couple is Hispanic, and the officer that initiated the suspicious vehicle investigation, yeah, the one that thought the vehicle looked suspicious, was white. What's new? Navarro was forced to give two news conferences on Wednesday after the first one outside the police department became chaotic, with friends and relatives of Stinnette and Willams began interrupting him and yelling, "He's lying. Why'd you shoot them?" Okay, I'm just telling you, I heard their story about the car rolling back. There's ways they could have stopped that car. Even police will even use their vehicles to stop a vehicle. And I know many of you have seen things like that or heard about it. Lake County State Attorney Mike Nurhan, he said he'll review all of the findings of the investigation and decided whether to charge, where charges were warranted. We know cops are going to protect cops, and these state attorneys and these prosecutors and everything, they're just there to help the cops cover everything up. I mean, let's be real. Illinois State Police come in, they conduct a complete independent investigation. Y'all remember the Texas Rangers during the Amber Geiger trial. Now, what a joke that was. All they did was come in and then try to get Amber Geiger off the hook for everything. That's why I'm not big on these state police departments getting involved. You just got, at the end of the day, you got the police investigating the police. That's what you have. Wow. All right, so let me get back to this. The Waukegan Police Department will play no role in this investigation, Nurheim said. In 2015, Nurheim, a Republican, came under criticism when he decided to file charges against a white Zion, Illinois police officer who fatally shot a 17-year-old, Justice Howell, a Black teenager from Waukegan, in the back. Nurheim said at the time the officer was justified in using deadly force because a gun was found next to Howell's body. Yeah, as if a cop can't put that gun there. Y'all get out of here with the please. They done got used to lying to us so much. It just like anything we say, they'll just believe it. No, the total opposite, actually. So, ladies and gentlemen, all we got is a state attorney that usually sides with a cop, and you got the state police investigating the Waukegan police, cops investigating cops. Now we know what the end result is going to be. Oh, well, it was suspicious. It was just a suspicious car, and suspicious. We know what that is. Oh, it was justifiable because they did look suspicious. Oh boy, when will this end, y'all? When will it end? We know it's coming to an end. But it's painful when you see stuff like this for real. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.